preparation, see and spray, and variable rate operation. Don't miss this opportunity. February 5th and 6th in Kearney. Learn more at landmarkimp.com/events.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome into Striking Up a Conversation. Harrison runs on the ones and twos as always. We're going to keep it live here at the 93.7 Ticket Studios. Apologies if you're looking forward to UConn versus Creighton. If we get that up, we'll play it for you. If not, we'll keep it live right here in downtown Lincoln. This is Striking Up a Conversation. We got the Husker Bowlers, Anna and Kayla, as always, to my left. If you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685 is the Starter Heyman text line. Kayla, Anna, how's it going? As I said, the morning Pierce Snell. What has been one of the crappiest Tuesdays so far that we've met up on? Outside-wise, the weather.
I was like,
it's normal.
It's been a great day. I don't know.
I was like, it's not been the best, but it's not been the worst. So.
Yeah. No, it's
vibing.
been pretty good. Yeah.
Maybe the weather just gets me down that much more.
Yeah, it's like needles into your face when you're outside because the wind is not great either.
The gusts, they like send piercing. It feels like piercing glass through your body.
Yeah, and then we're gonna get snow, so hopefully we make it to Arkansas tomorrow. But
yeah, I was gonna ask, how does that go? I think I asked you. You guys haven't had to cancel anything because of snow in your careers yet, have you?
Well, fortunately, with how our traveling is for this weekend, like if a flight were to get canceled today, I'm sure. Well, today, sorry. If a flight gets canceled tomorrow, we still have Thursday to get there. So in reality, I'm not really too pressed, but I don't think flights are going to get canceled tomorrow.
I think like it's going to snow overnight and like our flight's not till 3:00 tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
So I feel like fingers crossed.
Should be good by then.
We should be fine. Like, keyword should be fine.
Yeah.
Knowing how sometimes they don't know how to handle all the snow when it comes at once, but I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
Have you guys shown up to meets where you just like half the people showed up just because of the weather?
We had people leave the one, but that's about it.
Oh, leave early to get ahead of it?
It was before Anna's freshman year. I think it was the year before you got here. We went to a tournament. We drove, and it was in St. Louis, Missouri. Maryville was hosting, and there was a huge snowstorm coming.
No, that was my freshman year.
That was your freshman year?
Yep.
I don't know. They all go together. But
yeah, I know. I get that.
And we still decided to go. They did a 2-day tournament, and only 5 teams showed up.
Oh, wait. No, Nope, I was there.
I don't know.
Because McKendree was there.
Yeah. I think
there was
your freshman
very,
year.
very few teams there.
Yeah, but we still decided to go because we were driving. So obviously flights weren't a problem.
Because that's the last time we went.
That was the last time we went. But yeah, we've also had a problem going to this tournament 2 years ago.
Yep.
When we got to fly on the private jet and we had 15 inches of snow. That's the only reason why we made it to that tournament is because we were taking the private jet.
Oh, that's right. You guys got to take the private jet that
year.
Yep.
So they had cleared out the Lincoln ones. I'm telling you, that was scary because you could feel us slipping.
Yeah.
Really?
Because the plane is so small. It only seats 8 people.
Yeah. Because we took we took a private jet, but we actually took 2 private jets because we couldn't fill all of our equipment. And
that's a lot of bowling balls to fit in one private jet.
Yeah, it's a little heavy.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, this is the max amount you can take. And like they were like giving us like, you have to stay under this weight limit because we were taking so many bowling balls.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, no. Otherwise, Tuesday's been pretty good. And yeah, weather doesn't bother us none. We're from up
north, so we're pretty used to it.
Be careful driving tomorrow, please.
Yes, the person who's from Florida.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, we got Jackson in here from Florida. Are you comfortable driving in the snow?
I'm pretty comfortable driving in the snow. I don't really.
So you have done it before, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Last year, freshman year.
Oh, that's right. You're not a freshman, you're a sophomore. Okay.
Yeah.
That should be all right.
Do you have like a car or an SUV?
I got a truck.
Okay.
Oh, period. You're fine. Never mind. Sorry.
What's
My
the bad?
bad.
We
Is it
doubted you a
two-wheel?
little bit.
You gave me like Florida doesn't. I mean, it gives truck vibe, but not all the time. So I couldn't assume.
Yeah, it depends.
Two-wheel drive?
Yeah.
Because then it sucks in the snow.
He's like,
I
let me
think it's
get back to you.
four-wheal. I think it's four-wheel.
Okay.
I don't
He's like,
know,
let me
though.
run outside real quick.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, if it's two-wheel and there's a lot of snow, you would notice right away. I think wouldn't do well. So it's probably his four-wheel. All right, that's
Yeah.
enough about that. Let's talk about the weekend.
Sorry.
No,
Yes.
that's okay. I go on tangents all
Let's
the time.
talk about last weekend.
Oh,
We can
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
this weekend, and then we can talk about
What's coming
Some-
up next weekend?
and then what came out before we started bowling last weekend. So, do you want to start there?
What part? Just last weekend in general, or what came up before last weekend?
What came out on Thursday
Ah.
on the way to the
Yeah,
tournament?
so we got really good news as a team, which is really awesome. We are currently ranked number 1 in the country on the coaches poll
Woo!
and overall in the RPI, even after this weekend. So that's extremely exciting. It's very nice. It's the first time since my freshman year, since the preseason coaches poll. Correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
because obviously, like the year before Anna came in, we won the national championship. So obviously, not obviously, but most likely you're
yeah.
going to be ranked number 1 if you're the defending national champions. And that was the last time we were ranked number 1. And
Yeah.
it's
And now here we
exciting.
are.
And yeah,
It's a very good feeling to have, especially when we went into this weekend, because obviously you have a lot of the top teams there. We had Jacksonville, Vanderbilt,
Mhm.
Youngstown, NCAT was there.
Sam Houston.
Yep. So you had a lot of you had 5 of the top 6 teams there.
Yeah, because Archie wasn't there.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a very nice feeling to go into that tournament with, being that for one of the higher ranked losses that we have, it was against Jacksonville State. So we only lost twice this weekend, and one of them was to them. And then we beat Youngstown. We did not meet up with NCAT at all this weekend, but we beat Youngstown. We beat twice. Yes, thank you.
'Cause we beat them on Friday and we beat them on Sunday.
And then we also beat Vanderbilt on Sunday. So that was nice to. And then we also beat Sam Houston. So we got some
and
pretty good ranked
Wichita.
teams.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
And we beat Wichita. We beat Vandy, Youngstown, and Wichita back to back matches on Sunday to go
Yeah.
11-2 for the weekend and take
Yeah.
third. So I think overall taking third is great,
Mhm.
but we had the second highest win-loss record out of the tournament. So
Who did better than 11-2?
Jacks.
Oh,
They went
okay.
12-1.
They went 12-1. So what are you gonna do there? And I can't talk.
It's okay.
Words are hard today.
Yeah, but going with even
She
like
knows what I was
yeah,
gonna say.
with us going 11-2, this honestly wasn't even our best showing of a weekend, if we're being completely flat out honest. I mean, so the fact that we were able to leave 11-2 and bowl how we did. I mean, I'm not saying that we bowled like absolute crap, because we didn't. I mean, I struggled on Friday pretty badly.
We struggled as a team on Friday.
Yeah.
After Friday, we were in 8th place.
Yeah.
And after Saturday, we worked our way back up to 5th.
Yeah. And we had the 3rd highest scoring average on just Saturday alone. So we figured it out, but in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't our best performance this weekend. And we were still able to pull away wins from Youngstown. And, the top, some of the, well, okay.
Top 4.
We pulled
beat
4
two-
wins from the top 7 teams, because Wichita 7, no,
Wichita.
you know what I'm doing. You know it. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had 4 or 5 top 7
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah.
So that's what helped us in our RPI for this week. That literally was updated on Sunday. We finished on Sunday and it was updated Sunday because I saw
Crazy
it
work.
yesterday morning.
Same.
So whoever's doing that is on their toes updating these.
Well, they kind of have to be, I feel like,
It's-
going from this month into March, because it's
yeah, it's crunch time.
Yeah.
So, but it was updated yesterday morning, and we're still in first. Jax jumped to second, and Vandy fell to third because they finished 6 and 7 on the weekend.
Yeah.
And I feel like that kind of shocked everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked.
I
be
was
honest.
shocked too, and I don't know if they just weren't clicking with what was
The lanes.
the lanes or
Mhm.
anything, or they seemed when we bowled them, we went to game 7 and it wasn't going too bad for them, but after Friday and Saturday they were 5-5 and they were losing to unranked teams, and that's what hurt them in the RPI the most.
Yeah, I mean, we lost to OKC, which isn't, they're ranked 20th now.
Yeah.
So they're in the top 20. I don't think they were in the top 20 before this weekend, but they did beat us. They beat, who else did they beat? They beat another up-ranked.
A higher ranked team. Yeah, I don't know that off
I
the
can't
top
remember
of
off the top of
my
my
head,
head, but they were doing really well this weekend. So
yeah,
props to them.
They beat us on Saturday, and it was a 19-pin match. That's one mark. And 3 out of the 5 of us opened in the 10th. Unfortunately, I 7-10'd on a really good shot, and it was just kind of like, okay, like that just happened, but we got to turn around and not lose our next match because that was our 4th match on Saturday. And I think we kind of rebounded pretty good. We shot like 10-40 the next match, and it got us back up into 5th place. And yeah, and then it was like full steam ahead. We're like, okay.
Yeah.
We were on the bus, me, Anna, and Coach were talking. I'm like, we can still get 3rd today, can't we? And Coach was like, yeah, if you win out. And that's what we did. And we beat the number 2 team in the country, the number 4 team in the country, and the number 7 team in the country. Yeah. And yeah, we went the length with 2 out of the 3 of them. And I think that shows a lot as our team for closing matches.
Well, and I think the other thing to point out was that Wichita was 2nd in the rankings going into Sunday. So they faced first, like they went against Jacksonville State right away that morning, lost to them, went against NCAT, and then lost to them, and then came to us and lost to us. But it's still something to say is that we, even if they were outscoring us at one point, we're still able to make a call back and be like, hey, we're not out of this just because we scored lower than you for Friday.
Yeah. It was just nice. Like we found our rhythm. We found like our stride on Sunday, and that's when it really matters because you're bowling these higher ranked teams, and we got really good wins. And I think that's what helped us in the RPI because we're almost a whole point in front of Jax in the RPI,
which is a pretty big gap if you look at the top 4.
As we were talking last week, us and Vandy, we were like 200/10ths of a point. That's very close in sports numbers. Like we're almost a whole point in front of Jax.
Yeah.
And like even Coach told us on the bus when we were coming home on Sunday, he's like, it's crunch time. Like if you're the number 1 seed, you want to stay there. If you're in the top 4, you want to stay there because you all get placed into different regions. No top 4 seed goes to the same region, and that's what you want. Like you don't want to be, you're the 4 seed, but you don't want to be bowling the 1 seed for a regional final.
No. I wouldn't even because usually like if you're the number 1 seed or the number 2 seed, you're not seeing like number 5 or 6 or 7. You kind of get away from them.
You're seeing the lower ranked opponents like 16, 14, 13, like in the NCAA tournament. Like you quote unquote have an easier road.
Yeah, it's just like March Madness.
Yeah, exactly.
1, 2, 3, 4, and they put them all in different divisions.
Exactly.
And then it's kind of like basically your regional gets a little bit harder as you are like number 3 or number 4.
Oh, okay.
So last year we
had Youngstown.
We had Youngstown and Maryville. So
what seed were you guys last year?
We were 4.
Or we dropped from 3rd to 4th because
we didn't.
Arkansas jumped us.
Yeah, and
to go to 3rd
by like 100/10ths of a point.
Yep.
And that would have changed what region we went to, who we bowled. It would have changed a lot of things, and it would have shooken up a lot of the regions because sometimes it's geographical and sometimes it's not. A lot of these teams are from like the central region. There's no regions in college bowling, but there kind of is.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's really hard to explain because like everyone gets basketball and football and X, Y, and Z. Bowling is just like
left field.
Yeah,
well, that's right. Sorry, left field.
But it's just so different, and yeah, sadly we didn't make it out of regionals last year. But
it was literally it was a shot. It was a singular shot. We would have made it out.
Yeah, we would have made it to the final.
And that happens. I mean, you can find a shot anywhere in that match that could have went our way. So, but yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that's how close it gets, and so that's why when you're ranked number 1, your job is to protect that going forward.
Your job is to protect that as best as you can, making one more spare, one better shot, one key shot at a time. Yep. And I'm excited because I think going back all the way to my sophomore year, your freshman year, we haven't been ranked in top in the RPI since then.
Yeah, no, like we would get a couple first place votes, but that's about it.
Yeah, we got over half of them.
We had 38.
What was the next closest?
14.
And that was Vandy, and then Jax got
like 2
first place votes.
So is that how you get to a point ahead? Is off the voting or off of what you did?
It's a coaches poll that we got ranked number 1 in.
Okay.
But if we're currently in the RPI, we are number 1. That's based off of stats.
Okay.
Stats.
So you got number 1 by, popular vote and
yes,
analytics. I don't know what the hell you want to call it.
Yeah, but in the coaches poll, it's all like a point system. Like you get so many points for ranking this team number 1, and then so on. And like if someone really hated us,
they could rank us like
they could unrank us.
And sometimes you do see that when you see these coaches polls.
Yeah,
a little
you're
bit of bias.
So that if they want to shake something up, if they really have a vendetta against Nebraska bowling in our program, like they will. I don't know if anyone has ever done this, but a lot of the people that we do see him, like, yeah, they go straight off stats.
Mm-hmm.
We have one of the best striking percentages in the country. We have one of Jillian's leading the RPI for like individual stats and everything. Like numbers don't lie, and I think that's what a lot of the coaches look at.
Well, and I think some of them based it off the RPI. So when the coaches poll came out, we were leading the RPI at that point.
Yeah,
so that's why if you looked at like the coaches poll and the RPI, it was almost mirroring each other when they both were there.
Yeah, exactly.
And now the RPI's changed, so they don't look identical, but they're close.
To be fair, like if I'm a coach coaching another program, that's what I'm using.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to go through and study Nebraska that much and just waste my time and try to rank. Was it rank through 25?
Or how? Yes,
it's like if
1 to 25,
1 to 25, and then they like obviously say like, oh, these people were close, but they're still unranked. But
like votes at the end, like
okay. Like they still got top 25 votes, but like they didn't have enough to get into the top 25.
The points wasn't enough to get ranked up there.
So now that you guys are here, you guys are number 1 coaches poll and API poll.
RPI.
RPI. Oh, excuse me. RPI poll. What's the mindset? Try not to focus on it. Use it to your advantage.
Stay the course.
I mean, I because we talked about it at like for a little bit, and I just simply said it's just telling me to keep doing what we're doing. Like I don't want to change anything. I'm not going to change any mindset I'm in, because in reality, the mindset I have been in got us there. Like the mindset we've been in as a team got us there. So why would we change anything merely because we're number 1? Like that doesn't. Because you can be number 1 one week and you can be number 20 next week. Like that. I mean, obviously it's not that extreme, but you get my point. Is that it's why change the way that we are when it's what got us there. So you keep eating, you keep practicing, you keep sleeping, you keep doing everything the same because it's working. Obviously you don't actually do the same. You get my point.
Right. I think it's gonna push. This is how my point of view is gonna look at it. It's gonna push me to work even harder than I already am.
Well, yeah, me too.
To keep that so protected, because we want to be the number 1 seed going to the NCAA tournament, and a lot can change. Our program doesn't bowl in March. There is one more tournament, a huge tournament that Vanderbilt puts on that a lot of people go to. So we want to fluff that up so much where when that tournament comes around, there's no one that can jump us. No matter what they do, they can go 13-0. They can literally do anything and everything they can. We want to patent that so much that it's undeniably that we're going to be the number 1 seed. And I think that's my mindset going forward. Doing as much as we can to put distance between us and Jax or whoever's in second place, and just keep working as hard as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are up by a point right now, you said?
It's like 9/10 of a point. So
big margin.
Yeah.
All means considering though. So with that mindset, like a little bit different of a subject, but you take that entire month of March to really prep. Do you see other colleges like taking notes from Nebraska doing that, or pretty much everybody else competing?
Everyone else is like competing. I mean, if you look at when we look at March, I'm just going to take this example from my freshman year. So basically, we had our Big Red tournament, and I'm taking McKendree as an example because they
are now Jax.
But at the time they were McKendree, and they went from our tournament. They were leaving our tournament, went home for 2 days, left Wednesday to go to the
ITCs and ISCs,
the qualifying
for USBC.
For it. Oh, okay. Yeah, because there's multiple like championships type stuff for bowling. Long explanation, but
that's for
multiple of these teams are doing the same thing. Like NCAT does it, Sam Houston does it. I think,
yeah, and then
like there's a lot of the top ranked teams that go out here and do this. We don't.
Yeah, like we're losing that competitive nature that they're all experiencing. But they have all the USBC side of things. They have conference, and they have the other NCAA tournament.
Yep.
They're competing 3 more times when we're at home sleeping in our own beds. That's
which pays off a lot.
That pays off a lot. Like even next weekend, like yeah, we're competing 3 weekends in a row, but our last weekend is we're sleeping in our own beds. We're eating
food that we're used to.
Food that we're used to. We're doing our normal routines. Like we don't have to get up 45 minutes sooner because we got to drive to the bowl. Like we can drive our own cars, get our own coffee, X, Y, and Z.
So nice.
It's just so nice. We're practicing 6 days a week, and a lot of people don't do that. When I said something to another girl on a different team, and I'm like, yeah, March is gonna be like hard, but I'm like super grateful that we have it like practicing 6 days a week. And she's like, you practice 6 days a week? I'm like, you don't? That's just normal to us.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday, have Sundays off.
Monday through Saturday.
What did I say?
Friday.
Oh,
but no, I think because that's like the thing. Like when you look at our team, a lot of it is not repeated elsewhere. Because like a lot of these teams, it's like, okay, we'll give them a day off because obviously you have to have an off day. But
yeah,
travel. I mean, yeah. So like when you look at our team, no, you don't see a lot of teams taking that month. And honestly, and I think that's what helps us going into regionals and nationals, because some of these teams, they have girls that are having issues and they don't have time to
fix them,
do it. And if they do have the time, they're doing it mid competition, which isn't always effective. And it's not able to be repetitive, like in that fixed manner. And so for us, it's that 1 month. It's like, okay, we're going to be drilling this into our brains. Like, this is what you got to do. This is how you got to feel. This is how this has to be. And it pays off a lot of the time. I mean, sometimes, yes, we end up getting we stumble and we may lose regionals, and that happens. But at the same time, we still make it to that last match at regionals. Yeah, we still push it to that last match.
If necessary. We forced it legit game 7.
Yeah. And so
it came down to the legit last shot of the tournament to determine who goes to the Final Four.
And so even going back to my freshman year, they still pushed it to having that happen. And so that's where looking at our team, we either push it to the last point possible or we make it. So that's where you see that paying off in that aspect, because a lot of other teams, they win. So then they get to that next match where, sometimes we win, lose or whatever. But, they win and then they get that time off in that morning, but we're still here grinding. And we have that ability to do so because we put in so much work before that.
Our stamina's higher. We're going to be working out for 4 weeks, 3 days a week. You know how much stronger, faster, more endurance we can build in these other teams are not going to be. Sorry. I'm sorry. But you guys get what I'm trying to say. But we're going to be stronger. We're going to be better equipped to
physically and mentally
much more
to adapt to these long mega matches that come with the postseason. Because that is a whole nother beast when you get into the postseason, because you don't see them throughout the year. And it's even our freshmen, they don't even know. It is mentally grinding and physically grinding on someone who is a senior in a 6th year.
I didn't even bowl last year and it was mentally hard.
Yeah, it is.
Just saying.
It is hard. And it's one of the hardest things that you have to do in college bowling mentally. Because anything can change in a matter of seconds.
Well, that's the thing is you can drop the traditional match and then you could drop the Baker match, win the traditional, and then have to bowl best of 7. But if you win the Baker and then the traditional, then it's done. That match is over. And so
there's so many different mindset changes that happen so quickly because you get 5 minutes between each set. And that's between traditional and Baker, that's a completely different mindset for someone who is, for example, bowling in the anchor position. That's a lot more pressure you have to put on yourself.
Absolutely. Well said. And with that being said, we are up to our first break already. Striking up a conversation. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for segment number 2.
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes. Feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill. The freedom of gliding with ease and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y The Ad Council.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
A wise nation honors and learns from its past. Hi, I'm Tim Royers, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. February is Black History Month, a celebration of the contributions that African Americans have made to American history in their struggles for freedom and equality. Knowledge is our strongest tool against injustice, and it's our responsibility as Nebraskans to ensure every child has access to a quality public education.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job,
not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Bank Strong, and the Ad Council.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Striking up a conversation. We got Kayla and a couple of Husker bowlers to my left, as always. If you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685. That is the Starter Heyman text line. Segment number 2 here. We talked a lot about your previous, what was it, Youngstown? No, not Youngstown. I'm already Jones.
Help me out here. Where'd you
Illinois. Lewis.
Lockport.
Yes.
Thank you. Lockport, Illinois.
Where'd you get Youngstown from? That was the first tournament of the season, dude.
It's one of those names that, like, for whatever reason, that's the one that just like lodged in my head. So every time I'm just kind of reaching, like throw, you know, what do they call it? Shooting in the dark.
Yeah.
That's always the one I pull out of my hat. But no, it's Lockport, Illinois. You guys placed third. Doesn't really matter. The more important thing, correct me if I'm wrong, more just you guys going 11-2, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Not so much like who gives it. Well, you kind of care, but not the big deal. You go 11-2. You're now sitting number 1. What's ahead here for you guys?
We go to Jonesboro, Arkansas.
I'm so excited. You guys don't understand.
And yes, they do because they listened before, and we've talked about our favorite food places on the road.
J-Towns, man. I'm going there twice this weekend. So excited. Going Thursday. Me and Coach already have this planned out. I mean, my parents are coming, so if he doesn't even want to do it, I don't care.
You know we're going to go on Thursday.
Thursday's J-Towns. Friday's Sumos.
Is that the
Saturday's J-Towns.
Is that the
Yes, with the filet.
Oh, do you already talk to him about it?
Yes.
Period.
Coach Humper literally goes, I am A-okay with that. I'm like, period, because that's where I want to go, and if I don't get taken, I'll be mad.
I was at practice today, and I was like, I'm really hungry. I hope we go to that hibachi place.
It's literally okay. I know we're like in a different part of the U.S., but it was so cheap. I got filet mixed with my because I like lo mein. Like I got that. It was like $20.
Because sometimes
with the
they're
filet.
expensive.
Yes,
That's pretty good with the filet in there.
That's what I'm saying. I was shocked.
that.
It was delicious. They
Wait,
cooked it perfectly. I was so happy.
Can we do the dinner for 2?
No, I'm getting my own. I don't share. Not at this place.
No,
I want my
you get the same amount, but it's for 2 people.
You just get a better deal.
I'm so
on it.
lost.
It's a dinner for 2. Like you share, you don't share the dinner, but you get the same portions. It's just cheaper than buying 2
It's
separate
like if
dinners.
you get a pizza separately and then you buy another pizza separately, it's going to cost more. Or they're having a deal where you get 2 pizzas for less if you buy them together.
Dude, we can talk about it when we get there.
I'm a little slow, guys. This is not mathing with me.
It's like
I'm
a bundle.
tired.
Hence the name dinner for 2.
I get it.
If you order 2 meals together, it's the same. It's the same amount of food as if you order 2 individually, but because you're bundling them together, give you a better deal on it.
As long as I'm just getting my filet
then
and lo
we
mein,
get
that's
we
all
get
I care
we can
about.
get the filet. We can upgrade to the filet.
Good. Because I would have lost it if I didn't get my filet.
All right,
Okay,
and my crab
besides-
rings. But anyway, I'm very excited for J-Towns. I'm getting my drivable rings. So excited.
Okay, let's talk about the bowling part of things.
So sorry.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of the same teams we saw last weekend. I think it's
Have they posted about it yet?
Yeah, I think 11 of the top 12 ranked teams. So there's going to be good competition.
Let me see.
She'll pull it up.
You guys can keep yapping.
I wasn't locked and ready this week, so she got it now. But yeah, we're going to
That's Wikipedia.
We're going to see Jax. We're going to see Youngstown. We're going to see Vandy. We're going to see, obviously, Arkansas. It's their tournament.
You ever get tired of these guys?
All
in a
right, I got
competitive
you.
way?
Okay.
Yes and no, but it's like,
oh my gosh, my favorite.
Who would y'all consider like a rival at like these competitions like this year?
Arkansas,
Vanderbilt,
Vandy,
Jacksonville,
Just everybody.
yeah. I mean, it's your top programs. Like we all have a different type of rivalry. But like it's just how we get along with the teams, which 90% of them we get along with. So
yeah,
but
a lot of the top teams we get along with, like
because we understand the grind.
Yeah, and like we're all friends outside of this. Like before we got on these teams, or like we made friends like through college bowling, and like we're like, I'll just take for example, we're really close with a lot of the Youngstown girls, and like when we bowl them, it's straight competition. But when we are stay at the hotel, we stay at the same hotel as them. I'll sit down in the lobby and talk to them.
We literally sit down there. Was it Friday night last year?
Mm-hmm.
We sat down there for 2 hours,
just like,
and then
just
we also had a
talking.
live singer too, which
Yeah,
that was
just
fun.
talking to them. Like we're still people. Like we sit down there and do homework together. Like we're just people at the end of the day. Like one of the girls is going out on tour this year.
Maddie.
Yeah, with me, and like I literally offered her to stay at my apartment when the U.S. Open is in Lincoln, and that's just like we're just people at the end of the day. Yeah, we bowl for different schools, but
They're just those people.
yeah, they're just great people that I got to meet through college bowling. Okay,
All right.
Anna, go.
So there's 16 teams competing this weekend. There was 17. One dropped out. We found out this morning. But besides the point, so it's us. Okay, so the top 11 straight are going to be there. us, Vanderbilt, Jacksonville, Arkansas, Youngstown, Wichita, Sam Houston, Stephen F. Austin, Maryville, La Tech, McKendree, Wisconsin Whitewater, Alabama Birmingham, UAB, Alabama State, Grambling State, Jackson State. Jackson State has very, very cute uniforms, so I always love seeing them.
They're so like put together.
Yes.
Like we are too, but like I don't know. It's just they have like little like red belts with their like.
They have navy blue shorts.
Yeah.
White tops. It's so cutesy.
But yeah.
That's Jacksonville. This is Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson State bowling.
Yeah,
that's Jacksonville State.
Okay, I'm looking Jackson State, but it doesn't want to show me. Okay. What is who's got the best uniforms in college bowling outside of Jackson State?
Us. No, I'm kidding. Ours are pretty like blah.
They're very, very.
They're always the same. Like we always have black shorts, like black bottoms, and a polo.
Oh, those are actually pretty clean. I found them for Jackson State.
Aren't they clean?
Those are nice. I like.
They're
those.
clean.
Yeah.
How do you guys decide? Like, do you have to wear skirts? Is that uniform? Can you wear pants, or is it preference?
You never really see people wear pants a lot. Like, I think 50% of the team wear skirts, and 50% of the teams wear shorts.
What's a skirt?
Like skirt with the shorts underneath.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to like. That's such a guy thing to say.
It is.
Jackson,
What's a
skort?
skort?
Did you know?
I was thinking, and I just didn't say it.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought it.
I was like, surely Harrison's gonna ask that.
But yes, it's
I'm
like
just surprised it hasn't been a conversation yet.
It's like what tennis players wear.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what a skort is now. There's just the name threw me off.
Yeah. But we are just very traditional. Like we always just wear a polo and like shorts, like black, like tennis shorts or golf shorts, whatever you want to call them. And I literally told someone this the other day. I was like, we've worn the same color sequence my whole college career: red, gray, black.
We have never changed it from black on Sundays. We always wear black on Sundays. It's kind of like everyone always wears pink on Wednesdays.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like a power move for us. And I don't know. I just think it's cool that we wear black on Sundays.
Like Tiger wearing red on Sunday.
Yeah. And
I view it as like welcome to the boneyard.
Yeah.
Find your grave.
Yeah.
So true.
Black shirts come out on Sunday.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you guys use that black shirt mantra a lot in bowling?
Yes.
We throw our bones on.
We throw the bones. Like when we strike out on the 10th frame, we throw up the bones. And like, yeah, we have 3 cheers. 3. That's how much Coach lets us do. We throw the bones and we do Husker Power after we strike. And then after we get 3 in a row, we say go Big Red. And then
it's so
everyone
fun.
else says it back. And I don't know. I think
I'm so excited. Okay, sorry. My mom's gonna be there this weekend, and she loves doing that. When she'll join in on the cheers.
Yeah,
I just thought of that.
It's
adorable.
It's so fun, like because Anna and I have like pretty loud voices, and they project very, very long ways through the bowling alley, and people are like, "Well, we know when Nebraska gets 3 in a row because Anna and Kayla can be heard." Like we're on lane 5 and 6, and they're hearing us down in like the 30s, and I'm like, "Heck yeah, you can."
Well, yeah, loud and proud. I actually had a girl message me this weekend. I haven't talked to her in a while, and she goes, "I love it when you guys scream Go Big Red. It makes me giggle. I love it." I'm like period.
Because like there's a cheer from Sam Houston that like literally you can't like.
I can.
Everyone everyone just like joins in because it's such a cool cheer, and I feel like everyone does that with our Go Big Reds now. Because one of the girls from NCAT, she was like, "I just love it when you guys do the Go Big Red. It's just so iconic." And I was like,
"It's like the Aggie pride."
Yeah,
it's so cutesy.
That is awesome. I like hearing those, especially because, like, I imagine Nebraska's chance throw a little bit of extra weight around there.
And we got it actually from the volleyball team because, like, when they do the 3 hits per side, the Go Big Red, and we're like, that would be cool if we got 3 in a row. And yeah, sometimes we do all 3 cheers in one frame.
Literally. Why did Coach Klumpa cut you off at 3?
It's more just like not like overexerting ourselves and just like like keeping it simple.
And the other thing is you have teams that do all these foo over the top, like
they have no meaning. Like all of our 3 have meaning to our program, to the university, and to the state of Nebraska. And I think that's how he looks at it too.
Yeah, because like we don't have any personal cheers either. Like it's strictly like we say them as a team. No one gets individual cheers. Where like a lot of these teams, everyone has an individual cheer, and then they have group cheers, they have spare cheers, they have this cheer, they have that cheer. It's like
some of the focus almost
like literally this weekend, one was baby split do. I'm like, dude, really? Like it blew my mind. Like
Julian
I'm not hating,
literally had to step off the approach because she was laughing so bad.
Yeah, And it's like you're cheering on a split. Like that's where the mentalities come from too. It's like, why would you cheer on your teammate for leaving something that they're like not happy they left?
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's where it's like some of it comes from. But yeah, no, it's just we like to keep it classy. We
like some teams don't cheer at all. Like I don't even know.
I wouldn't even. Jacksonville State only has.
They have one cheer, and it's not even a cheer, and it's if like hit out a pin.
Well, then they have two. Just kidding.
Oh, they have two.
Yeah.
But like they're not doing it every single shot or every. You get what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Like we keep it simple. Like everyone knows. Like when we do cheer, everyone knows what's happening. You strike, or you have 3 in a row, or we strike out on the 10th. That's all we do it for.
Absolutely. Yep. I was just always curious about that. So would you say Nebraska's like, I don't know, who's the loudest? Because I don't think it's Nebraska if they're not taught. And then we'll go to break here. Is it Nebraska?
I don't think we're the loudest. I think
I'm pretty freaking loud. But that's
we're so both of us on our team are probably the loudest on our team. I think Vandy's pretty loud because they do every time they strike. They like if you double, they do 2 black golds. So the girl says black and they say gold back to her. So they shot 299 this weekend. That's a lot of black. That's a lot of black golds. And everyone's just like, okay, stop. They're gonna do a lot.
Yeah. And so yeah, I would say it's either Vandy or honestly when Jacksonville State, when they're like very into a match, they can be very, very loud. They're a very loud group of girls.
Everyone just like when you strike, you're like, yes. And like you're all in sync and that's all you hear.
It's literally like just very long, yes. It's a very loud scream.
Well, it's gonna be fun. We'll get to hear some of those. Because when's that home meet again?
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
You want to hear these
Friday.
cheers? Come next weekend because we're gonna strike a lot.
Yes.
Good tease. We'll throw out the break here. Don't go anywhere. Striking up a conversation.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job?
Not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
Did you know that AmeriCorps programs improve lives, strengthen communities, and foster civic engagement in Nebraska? For example, AmeriCorps members serving with Conservation Nebraska provide valuable environmental education and practical tips people can use to maintain Nebraska's natural beauty and live more sustainable lives. Discover more about AmeriCorps programs making a difference in your community at serve.nebraska.gov. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's only a room with shelves and books, but it's far more magical than it looks. Hi, I'm Tim Royers, president of the Nebraska State Education Association and a big fan of libraries. Instill a love of books and learning by reading to your children and grandchildren. Doing so can create a lifelong habit that leads to exploration, knowledge, and a successful future.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Did you know that AmeriCorps programs improve lives, strengthen communities, and foster civic engagement in Nebraska? For example, AmeriCorps program serving with the RISE program helps students on probation for truancy gain skills to improve both their attendance and performance in school. Discover more about AmeriCorps programs making a difference in your community at serve.nebraska.gov. Paid for by Serve Nebraska. Aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
My early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take, but it gave my mom and me more time to plan together.
Talk to your family about seeing a doctor. Go to alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment, striking up a conversation. Anna, Kayla, Husker Bowlers to my left. The second of the 2 bowling shows we have here on 93.7 The Ticket. If you missed it, you can rewatch Spare Time. Those guys are every Monday, same time period, 8 to 9 o'clock. All right, tease this one. We are going to be talking about the Huskers. Not next week, right? Where do we want to go?
Next weekend, I'm sorry.
It's cold outside, and I caught out the corner of my eye Anna trying to remote start her car. We're coming to the close of the show. I'm not even going to judge. I would have done the same.
It is cold.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Wait, let me do it too.
Yeah, no,
Keep
our
talking,
home tournament is on February 21st through the 23rd. I do not have the itinerary yet of actually when we start.
It's like 10 Friday.
Yep.
9 Saturday, 8 Sunday.
Yeah, so
it kind of all stays on that schedule anywhere we go. But we will be getting away free merch and things. I don't know what they are, but
and they usually have a merch table to also purchase stuff off of.
Please buy it. We don't make anything off of it, but please rep us.
Yeah,
like we love when people wear Husker bowling stuff. Like, yeah, you can get Husker basketball and football anywhere, but can't get Nebraska bowling.
But yeah, no. Yeah, it's a very exciting time. I'm looking forward to it. We actually just had Husker Vision in today. They took some video.
Yeah, take some content to promote the thing.
Husker Vision, you said?
Yeah, they're like our video.
He was so like
he was very stealthy.
He was everywhere, and I was like, I turned around, he's over there, and I'm like,
well, at one shot, I thought he was just gonna stand still, and then as I watched, he walked this way, so I started smiling because I was like, he got too close, and I just
we're not used to this. It's like a twice a year thing, and they're trying to promote this to get the most people out there, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
You know what would get people out there is if Dylan Raiola said everyone fill the center because he tells people to fill the bob, he tells people to fill the stadium.
You know, that would be really cool. And I'm not even going to put that out of question. He has been very good about showing up to all these events.
Dylan, we better see you. I better see you there.
I think it just means a lot to the bowling program. Anytime you got other athletes like crossing over and showing their sport, it's it doesn't have to be. I don't give a damn who it is. Would be cool if it's Dylan Raiola.
I want them to call the fire marshal because there's so many people in there. I want that to happen.
But then it gets canceled, and then you know.
No,
they would just clear some people out.
They're just gonna be like, okay, we're gonna make a line. Like we gotta have a walkway. We've been to enough bowling tournaments. We know what's going on. But yeah, I wanna see the biggest crowd we've ever seen. Like Anna and I've seen multiple home tournaments, and it's been exciting up to this point. I want this to be the best one. Obviously, it's my last one, and if anyone wants to come, it's my senior day on Sunday, and yeah.
Isn't that on Saturday?
No, it's Sunday, I thought.
I don't know either. This year.
That's what you guys sing this year. I don't got to do it.
How do you feel about that, Kayla?
I'm like mentally preparing myself to like literally bawl my eyes out. And I'm so sorry if people see me cry because I'm an ugly crier, but I've given my like heart, like blood, sweat, and tears in my heart for this program. And to go out like literally my last tournament before the postseason and to be at home is saying a lot, like for me and like my family being there to see it and everything is just gonna be a wholesome moment.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And what about you? Obviously, you got this isn't your last year, but you're going to be saying goodbye to some faces. One of them being your co-host.
Yeah, no,
I'm literally the only one leaving.
Yeah,
are you
think,
really?
Yeah,
it's okay.
I mean, I think it's a very wholesome moment. I always found the home tournament because it's our last one before the postseason. It's always just a nice way to close that chapter. I think for anybody, and I think it just gives an opportunity just for Husker Nation. It's like, why not come see this person one last time, compete for your, our the university because it's the only like sports teams that we have. And so I think it's just a very wholesome moment, and I hope it goes extremely well for Kayla and our team in general. And it's a very exciting tournament, just in general, because the whole place there is just cheering for us and no one else.
Well said.
Oh my gosh. I was like, what?
I was like, why could I hear music?
I got so scared.
Yeah, this is just a drumline beat for the out here.
Changing the music up.
Man, there's a drum line going right down O Street.
The band.
We'll wrap it up here. Appreciate you guys listening. Be sure to check these guys out when they do have their home meet. This has been Striking Up a Conversation. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
It's only a room with shelves and books, but it's far more magical than it looks. Hi, I'm Tim Royer.